Chartomancer's 200 subscriber celebration live stream. This is super exciting, and I'm thankful for all of you who have subscribed and all of you who watch my videos, enjoy them, get good stuff out of them. That makes me happy. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that you'll know exactly when the next paper goodness is coming your way. And as promised, I have this lovely little calendar that we're going to explore today. So, as background for this, my friend gave this to me for Christmas, and this in 2016, so this calendar is for 2017. That was the start of one of my best semesters in college, and so I didn't exactly have a lot of time to work on this. So as you can see, I made it to April and then kind of gave up. But you'll also find out a little bit of why I gave up. This is a great calendar, certainly. There's a lot of new stuff here that's going on, but some of these are a little bit goofy, and they aren't explained as well as I would like them to be. So we're going to explore these a little bit, see how many of these I can finish, and find what their end results are going to be, and then we will... yeah, that'll be it. And as always, feel free to ask some questions, you know, whatever. If you want to chat while I'm doing this, I'm on my phone, so I don't know how well I'll be able to see, but you get the idea. So this one I'm currently doing, I'll move that out of the way just a little bit so we can see the origami occurring, is a lily pad. And basically what it is a gazillion, you're making a fan. Recrease all existing creases into mountain folds before continuing onto the accordion fold. Yeah, that was a pain. So you can see I did that. And that's not as... some of these should have just been left the way they were, but as it is, you know. This is some of my... I will say, this is some of my least favorite types of folding that I have to do, just because... once in my opinion, from my own experience, once paper has become this kind of long thing, long skinny thing, instead of a large kind of flat thing, then it gets really challenging to make it do what you want it to. And it's especially challenging because now I can't actually see where my creases are as I'm doing the accordion folds here. I actually, for fun, I did this to a receipt that I got at a store, and I turned it into a bookmark. I think I must have gotten it at Barnes & Noble, because, yeah, then I ended up just using reading said book with said bookmark that was from Barnes & Noble. Let's see here. Okay, so this next... the other thing that irks me is I've also never been... I can be as precise as possible, and it still is never quite lined up perfectly, and that also... oh my goodness, how did that happen? That also just bothers me very slightly. Maybe more than slightly, but, you know. Like, this is horrifically kind of off-kilter at this point, which is somewhat frustrating. So yeah, this whole thing is going to be kind of wonky, but is anybody really surprised? Not especially. Okay. Again, though, I don't think this specific fold that they have in here is intended for absolute precision, because the end result, you get kind of a round shape, which is good, because that's exactly what you would expect. So I suppose if what I'm doing is not perfect, the world is not going to end. And more often than not, for pretty much everything in life, that's the case. The thing I inherited an origami calendar from a friend from I think the mid-2000s maybe, and not all of them were there, but there were a lot of really good origamis that I got out of that one that I've been enjoying now, having memorized, and I think at least a couple of them I posted on this YouTube channel. I think so far the only really good one I've gotten out of this 2017 calendar is the Jelly Bean box, because it's a really fun, I think, variant on the standard water bomb or you know, one-piece cube. Okay, we're most of the way along here. Wow, there's 5 whole people watching. Hello, everybody. Very glad to see you, and 1 whole like. That makes me happy. There we go. We're most of the way to the next step, unless we want to maybe... Let's see, I'll do 1 more, because why not? 1 more fold. They should just rename this to the fan fold. There we go. We made a fan. Ta and da. Okay. So now that we made this a fan, they've given up giving us words, which I appreciate. So step 7. So we're gonna mush into the middle like this. Looks like we're gonna fold it in half. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna partially open this back up here. Oh, I believe this little emblem here, I'll bring it so you can see it. I believe this little emblem here means to put a piece of tape in here. Same with this. We're not going to use tape. That's silly. This is origami. If you absolutely need tape, you know, for mobility reasons for your hands, that is perfectly fine. I am just a very able-bodied individual who is totally fine. Okay. And there we go. There's our lily pad. So I think you have to, it looks like we would have to tape this bottom end down after we tape the top end down, but there we go. And so that's what it looks like without tape. Woohoo! We did it. Okay, what is next? Ooh, a box divider. I think this is a fairly classic one. So this should come out pretty nicely, and I'm looking forward to maybe slotting this into something once I'm done here. Okay, so it says we have to do a blint space. So off the top of my head, I like to give myself all the prep folds. There we go. Okay, and obviously we're folding all the corners to the center. It's paper, because this is not regular paper, this is kind of this wacky sort of plasticky feeling stuff. And it has so much going on the what is ordinarily the white side. It's a little hard to see where all of the creases are, which I think kind of counts against you a little bit. Okay, good. We got blend space. And I like how the words they give you don't actually correspond to the action that they're telling you to do either. So it just says 1, blend space, but then it shows you opening this tip and bringing the tip up to the edge like this. This is kind of, oh goodness. I'm already getting mild gripes from the way the instructions here are structured, but that's okay. So now it says step 2, reverse the folds from step 1. What they should have just done was tell you open it up and just fold the corners to the line like this. Get that one a little more precise. And then just close it back up. That is what they should have said. I get that they don't have a lot of space, but that is still what they should have said. Okay, let's see. Oh, good. And then this is step 3 is entirely symbols, which, you know, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so it's having me mountain fold this section in half. Oh, this is slowly gonna, yeah, collapse like a water bomb base. Okay, I see what it's doing. I see what it's doing. Okay. So all of this gets like this. Oh, okay, wait. Nope, I don't like the way this is structured anymore. This is not as helpful as it should be. Let's see. So I think actually I'll want to do that maybe. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. Never mind. This is fine. Okay. But now that I did all those prep folds, we can water bomb collapse this. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so then it says step 5, without words, bring the tip down. Okay. And then pull up and hold. Pull up and hold. Like this? Bend back to mountain fold. Okay, so what I'm assuming... Yeah, that's not super clear, is it? Let's see. Bend back and... Okay, so we're here, approximately. Bend back to mountain fold. I think like... Yes! Oh, there we go. Ha ha ha, okay. Square off each panel. Okay, so basically they're talking about this little bit here. That is the power of having a table accessible, which is why sometimes, especially if you're doing something new, you should have a table ready for you. Okay. Square it off. So the problem, though, with this is you kind of have to do some funky little folds here to get said area to be nice and flat and square. There we go. I just squared off that. This is why sometimes doing origami, it's helpful to see what somebody is doing and have someone explain it kind of in real time instead of relying entirely on pictures and words. Again, I'm not knocking it. I've gotten a lot out of pictures and words, but you get even more from the help of your friends or family or whomever it is that is doing origami with you. Okay, insert into box. Oh, that's cute. Okay, it assumes I have a box ready to insert this into. Maybe later, depending on how I feel, we will make a little box to insert this into, but that's cute. There we go. There's our little divider. Very cute. Obviously, it works for your masu, so then your masu has compartments in it. Kind of gives me bento box vibes. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. This next thing is called Monsterish Puppet. Okay. Oh, good. I'm so excited. It's more accordions. Okay, let's do this. Okay, book base. Also, I'm sorry, folding something in half and just calling it something like this isn't anything. This is just, look, I did a mountain fold. Ta-da, you know. Okay. So from here, okay, open it back up. And then bring your 2 points to this very uneven random line immediately below this. Okay, so if I had to hazard a guess, it would be about here. And then this has to also meet that imprecisely. Okay. There we go. Existing fold on back. What? Oh. Okay. Okay. It does. Okay. So it does. Okay. So I guess we end up. Yeah, we end up with this. Then we fold it in half. Oh, and then we organ base this a little bit. So we fold it in half. Then we bring the edges to the middle. And then open it back. So from here, we have all this folded. Okay. So then it looks like step 6. Gotta fold the edges to the middle. Valley fold the edges to the middle specifically. Okay, and then we have to valley fold the edge, I guess, back out. Notice step 6 has multiple steps in it. I don't know how well you can see from there, but I guess just trust me on this one. Is this the entire? I guess I'm taking the whole that's also not clear. I guess I'm taking the whole layers with me. There we go. Unfold and refold accordion style. And the end result has to look something like this. Yeah, that's not super clear. But I'm unfolding and refolding accordion style here. With these rather unclear little instructions. And as always, my accordion folds are extremely imperfect, but that's okay. We're not going for perfection here, we're just trying stuff out. Okay, and I think we have to separate out this layer. They call it monsterish. I think if it wasn't copyrighted, they'd call this a Muppet. Because that's totally the vibe that I'm getting from this. Okay, good. There we go. Yes, baby. Yes. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then I have to pull out. Insert finger into nose hole to assist talking motion. So it looks like I also have to pull this layer out to give it dimension. Okay, kind of like that, I think. How far does it have to go out, though? That's my next question. Okay, and then I'm going to try and take this layer out, too. If I can. Ha ha ha, there we go. Okay, something like this, I think. Nose hole? No. Wait, oh, hang on. I missed a step, that's my problem. Okay, so looks like this. Oh, we're supposed to cut it. Nope, we're not cutting it. Sorry, everybody. So for the time being, our monster puppet will just look like this funky little fan-like accordion shape. Okay. What is next? Oh. I started using this paper for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh. Good, the next one's gonna be fun. Okay, so the next one is a big mouth bass. Okay, so organ base. That's nice and easy to start. There we go. Okay. Okay. So then there's a multi-step process here involving, in one step, of course, nothing is labeled. Mountain folding these bits behind. And valley folding this bit up. 3, result. That's always so funny to me. Look, here's the thing you just did. Okay. So now we have to flip this over. Fold all bottom flaps up. Oh, good. Actual directions. I love those. Okay. Wait, oh wait, fold all bottom flaps up? That... Oh, all of them. Okay, so like this. Okay, good. This is actually starting to look like something. So then step 5, we gotta bring this tip up. And then back down. Okay. And then we have to open kind of do this kind of reverse-ish maneuver here so that it looks like that. Pinch both sides while blowing open, then push top inward. Okay. I think I have to pinch both sides while okay. Awesome. That's working really, really well. Okay. So I guess instead what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a teeny tiny bit of surgery here. We're going to have to cheat this open since it's not going to inflate on its own volition. Overlap upper lips and squeeze tail ends. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Okay, so here is our little largemouth bass. And so from here, that's cute. That's pretty cute. Okay. What is next? Okay. You will need 2 sheets of paper in 2 different colors. Oh my, okay. Okay, I'm going to take the Mayday basket instructions because that involves items that are not origami. Okay, and so now, it of course says that you should cut your 4 of these in your 2 pieces of paper into 8. So 2 groups of 4. I, of course, will not be using scissors. There we go. Okay, for those of you who just joined, we're making this modular octal frame. We're having to split our single papers, 2 of them, into 8 pieces. It claims that you should use scissors. I, of course, when I make origami, I don't generally use tools unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, so that gets us to 4 out of our 8 papers. This should get, and this next part will get us to our 8 papers. I'm not sure what I was trying to make with this other paper. It's kind of weird. Okay, last 2. Okay, now we are cooking. Start with a cupboard base. Okay, I guess this is what they mean. So we're gonna fold it in half, it looks like, and back. Then we're gonna fold it like this. Okay, and I guess that's our entire unit. Okay. Complete 4 units alternating colors. Oh dear. This is another one that requires tape. That is always disappointing. Okay. We're gonna see if we can make this and have it hold itself together without the use of tape. So that will be a fun experiment once all of these units are complete. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot like the sonobe, but a whole lot less complex. I think size-wise these are about the same, which is nice. There we go. Cupboard base, fold in half. Okay. If you're a fan of ASMR, this is pretty good for that. Just gentle paper folding noises. Okay, 2 more. There we go. there we go. Okay, one more unit, and then we will move on to the assembly. Okay, let's see how we assemble these. So it looks like we open the pocket here and stick this in. Tape to hold? Yeah, we're not doing that. But I guess we just keep going around and around like this until all our little units have been attached. Yeah, and we're going to see how well this will hold its shape without the use of tape. Answer is not very well, looks like. That's okay, though. It's a good little experiment. Let us see here. Okay. Last piece to put in a modular thing is always the hardest. Whoop. There we go. Then we have to stick this one in here like this. There we go. There's our tapeless modular octal frame. And then you flip it on the reverse side and it looks a lot nicer. Kind of reminds me of the little origami rings that they currently have in the Genshin Impact Summer area. And this looks even more like it than some of the other stuff I've made. So there we go. Very nice. Okay. What is next? Triangular cone. Open a square base and change it into a book base. Okay, so with that, I'm going to take that to mean that what we want to do instead of all these kind of extraneous steps is we're just going to fold it in half both ways. Like this. Technically this is a book base, which I think is, you know, a little bit silly, but that's okay. And we're going to fold this whole thing in half diagonally both ways. Let's see. Go the other way. This. Okay. Shift the, and then we're gonna put it back like this. Shift the center crease over to the corner crease, look ahead. Okay, so, okay, so basically we're gonna line up this with this. I'm gonna flip it to the underside as a cheat. So we're gonna get it to work nicely like this. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna fold this so it'll hold while we figure out what's next here. The corners will match up when folded. And that's our entire instruction. Okay. I mean, yes, they will, but it's not even. I'm not sure if it's... I don't think it's supposed to be even. Okay. So then I guess this has to go... Oh my. Something did not happen that was supposed to, I think. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think, oh, this has to be a little, oh, this just has to be taller. Okay. Good, I think we just fixed it. Let's find out. Yeah, we just fixed it. Hooray. Well, more or less anyway. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. I'm going for pretty close. But there we go. This is what happens when it gives me kind of vague instructions. Okay. Good. And then step 4, I guess fold the both tips down and then back up again. And it looks like it's the whole thing and not just the one. Okay, and then we're gonna flap the whole thing. Wait. Oh, and then we're gonna fold this whole thing in half also. Okay, overlap to form a 3-sided cone. Overlap to form a 3-sided cone. Oh, like this, I think. Tuck 2 corners in and fold the 3rd to the back. Tuck 2 corners in. This is not very clear. Wait a minute. I think, actually, we might just want all of this kind of, tuck 2, overlap to, okay, so we're, let's see. Hang on a minute. Let's go back to here. Okay, we're here. Overlap to form a 3-sided cone. Because this looks, because if I because it seems no matter what way I overlap them, it doesn't quite line up the way that this thing is claiming it wants us to. Does this perhaps like go, maybe this goes inside? Like that? I don't know. Okay, this still has 1, this still has 1, and this has 2. Tuck 2 corners in and fold the 3rd to the back. I think, oh, wait a minute. I think to get this to hold its shape, we kind of have to do this kind of maneuver to get this to hold itself in place. Okay, so there should be tuck 2 corners in? Where's the second one? And fold the 3rd to the back. And no matter whatever happens here still does not look like what it's supposed to. So this is what happens when you run out of space on this, so you can't give detailed instructions. I kind of will jokingly say that some of these calendars are like 1, 2, 3 swan, you know, and it's not the simple swan, it's the complicated swan. So this, by necessity of the lack of space, it skips a few steps and leaves you confused and empty inside. So I think this is the best we're gonna get, but that's okay. You can still, I guess if you open the flaps, you can still like put flowers in this or something. I don't know. I'll leave that to the imagination of whoever came up with this. Okay. First, cut paper into 4 equal squares. Okay. Again, we are not going to cut. We're going to use the power of symmetry and the table and my non-existent fingernails. Well, we made it to May. We made it through April, so that's a win. We're doing great. I wonder how far do we have to go? Oh, not very far. We have to go just a few more, it looks like, to get to a color change, which will be very fun and exciting here. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, there's 2. This looks a little bit like a crochet granny square, except it's out of origami paper. I imagine that's kind of what they were going for, to a degree. Okay, first cut paper into 4 equal squares, crease a shawl base with one of the squares. I think that's so funny that they came up with the name such that, oh, if you fold it in half diagonally and leave it like this, it's a shawl. I mean, yes, but also we don't live in a Minecraft world, so you could just say fold it in half diagonally and then crease. Okay. Okay. And then it looks like we have to bring both of these tips up, but on opposing sides so that it's symmetrical, like this. Make 3 more units by following steps 1 through 3. Okay. Okay, and then, yeah, so apparently the unit for this granny square, modular square thing here is this. So we have to do this 3 more times. Alrighty tighty. At least this is not rocket science or brain surgery or music theory, as I've seen joked about on the interwebs. Oh, hello! Sorry, my screen is very small, and so it's kind of hard to read the comments, but... Hello, Harpy Hair. Hello, real life friend. Oh, thank you. Yes, yeah, the real life origami is a million times better than what they put in Genshin. It's a good attempt for sure, but the main issue is they kind of go, oh, it's origami, all of origami is extremely geometric, so if we just make these kind of 3-dimensional shapes, that'll look very much like origami and everybody will be happy with it. And the answer to that is, no. Because really, it looks more like these like kirigami or paragami, as I've seen on Instagram before. Okay, we're almost done with our little square unit here. I got 1 more. Okay. Honestly, I feel like the crease step is almost skippable after you've done this a few times, because you can almost approximate where the center point is on a given right triangle, but we're following the directions exactly. We are following instructions. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, good. And so look, this goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 4, which is really cool because, again, they're lacking in the space department. Okay. Overlap 1 unit over the other, look ahead. Okay, so we have to go like this. Fold A and then B. So that it, obviously what it's going to do is it's going to semi-hold itself together. 6. Great. Okay, fold to an arbitrary point, kind of across the way, so you get this little doohickey. Oh, I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. I don't like the way they're doing it, so I'm going to modify it very slightly. So what they're doing is they're kind of connect the other 2 units in this fashion. So I think what this is doing is this step is having them holding these units together. So see, now it's much harder for them to disconnect. So apparently after that, this kind of looks like a bat, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's do this again. So we're gonna overlap like this. Fold A and then B. There we go. And then arbitrary little flap comes up like this. And then arbitrary little flap will bend down and hold this whole shebang together. Connect these corners as you did in steps 5 through 7. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're gonna so we overlap both of them. Oh. Okay, so we gotta do this the kind of finicky finagly way. Oh dear. Oh dear, this is coming apart a little bit. Oh dear, this is coming apart a little bit. Okay. Okay, please hold. Your call is very important to know. I'm kidding. Okay. There we go. So we have to fold the top one over and then the bottom. Oh, please. Please hold. Your call is very important to me. Okay. There we go. This will kind of keep it still. And then we fold our arbitrary little pip up like this. Hello, real life family member. Yeah, stuff will look like something eventually. That's the magic of origami, I've discovered, is it looks nothing like what you expect for a good while, and then once you get to the very end is when it starts actually looking like something. Okay, I have an odd feeling that what I've done is not entirely correct, because we should be having 4 of these, and we only have 2. So the other 4 are beneath here, and I'm not entirely sure why, because as far as I can tell, I followed the directions and this looked the way it was supposed to look. So I'm going to take these 2 apart, and I'm going to slide them back out. Oh, I see. Okay, so you have to finagle them such that you can get the 4 points in like this. Okay, we got it. We got it. What, is that a wave or a high five? I'm not actually sure. I don't know how I've never live streamed before, so I'm not sure how these little emojis work, but that's cute. There we go. Okay. And finagling. There we go. Oh my, the next step's gonna be really fun, I can tell already because I'm looking ahead. Okay. But we're just about there. Okay. Okay, we got it, so it actually looks like what it's supposed to look like. And now... Oh my, okay. So now it looks like we have to kind of do something like... Wait, what? Oh, I think it goes... Little... Wait. Okay, so that's an individual... Oh, okay. Oh my, okay. This is not going to physically work, I don't think. But I will try. So it's saying to fold this part completely in half as if it was kind of normal. But the problem is that doesn't actually get that to look the way it's supposed to without undoing everything that is already occurring right now. Oh, thank you, birthday girl, for the like. I appreciate that. And yes, it's basically... There we go. Okay. So let us see what is happening here. Okay. I'm gonna... Yeah, this is one of those answer unclear, come back later kind of moments. I get what it's supposed to do, but that's not what we're going to end up with. So instead, I'm going to do this, because I think actually this is how we're going to get more or less what this is asking for. I'm not following the directions exactly, because again, that's not physically possible the way the paper is laid out. I wonder if J. Cole tested all of these before committing them to the stuff here, because this is not Either I screwed up something way back when, or these instructions are just not very good. And it could be a combination of both of those. But bottom line, as much as this isn't going to exactly be what this is supposed to look like, it'll still be pretty close, and the idea will be there. So there we go. We got our funky little granny square origami here. You could use it as a coaster. Oh, the back's kind of nice as well. Very nice. Okay. Nice. We did it. We survived. What comes next? Shade the ladybug. Oh my. Okay. This is kind of at least it'll be a purple ladybug. That's cute. At least the paper is nice and plain, which will complement this instruction perfectly. But again, I don't have any tools on me. I only have the calendar and whatever paper it gives me, and my hands and fingers. So we're just gonna do our best here. I also like that they name their little animal friends that are made of paper for some reason. That's pretty cute. Okay. Again, because of how busy the white side of the paper is, it's a little hard to see where these lines go, but we will get this to work out quite nicely. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we started with our blend space. So now we're going to, looks like half lotus this. So we're going to take the edge tips, fold them into the center again. But not all the way. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have to use an imaginary little point here of reference and fold it only partway so that it makes an octagon of sorts. Because as we all know, ladybugs are just octagons. And our sole purpose in life is to be a landing pad for ladybugs. That is your wisdom of the day, everybody. I love when children make this kind of thing and give it to me because it's really cute and it shows that they did some good work on it. But again, this is not my choice sort of origami that I would make. So obviously we're skipping the drawing step because I don't have a marker. And we're just gonna go straight to the fold the bits up step here. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So now we have to fold this nugget, these little nuggets over so that it will kind of hold itself down to a degree. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't always enjoy about origami that's kind of imprecise. Because it's like I have no point of reference. I don't have too much of a point of reference for these folds. I kind of just have to wing it a little bit. I was winging it earlier today with music, and that is okay. But, you know, paper-wise, shouldn't need to necessarily always just be winging it. The instructions should be clear. Okay, so now it looks like for our final step, 3 out of 4 of these little bits are just going to fold up as far as they will go. Okay, and so then flip it over, add 4 or more spots. Okay, and then one of the, okay. So some of the legs are not sticking out very well, but that's okay, that was expected. And then one of these little bits is going to be the head. So I'll just arbitrarily pick this one. And there we go, we have shade the uncolored, wait a minute. No, I have to, okay, wait, I have to pick the correct one to go so that the legs are not uneven. So if this is the back, so this tiny part has to be the head because it has to fit with the back. So there we go. Here's our ladybug, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Yes, it could definitely be a turtle, although I've seen someone make me a turtle. I still don't know how to do it, and I desperately want to learn it. That looks like this, but it's much cooler because it actually inflates. So that's the kind of thing that makes me happy, and I want to figure out how to do it. A skunk! This is actually kind of cute. I've always struggled with making animals that have, you know, a head, a tail, and 4 legs because I've, you know, conceptualizing how to do that is kind of a challenge. So this looks like it's actually going to be really cute. Cupboard base with gap in center. Oh gosh. Again, with the arbitrary measurements of things. Okay, so we have our cupboard base. And so then we have to create an arbitrary gap in the middle, because that is what that's going to give us our little skunk stripe, apparently, at the end of this whole process here. So we have to make sure that we do a good enough gap that our imprecision will grant us a good little skunk stripe. Okay, so then we're gonna fold in half and then unfold, as one does. Okay, and then flip it over. Fold with gap. What's funny about that is you can't fold it without the gap. J. Cole. Did J. Cole? I don't think J. Cole did all of those. Some of these are traditional folds. We just haven't, I don't think, done any of those yet. There we go. Okay. So now, oh, yes. Okay, I see what this is doing. We got to do this on all of these. This is going to give us our legs. This reminds me actually a lot of the little otter that I know how to do. Because the way to make the limbs is a very similar process. Okay, and so the goal, of course, is to keep the skunk stripe in the middle. We do not want to lose our skunk stripe. That would defeat half the purpose of the skunk. Okay. But of course, I am much too... Oh no. Oh no, we have to do it imperfectly. Uh-oh, okay. Okay, this is good. This is giving us our stripe. And this is giving us enough of a stripe that I am satisfied. Okay, so then we're gonna fold. Oh, okay, so then once we do that, we have to fold the little bits up like this, I think. Yes. And then flip the whole thing over, because again, they put like 12 steps into single steps here. What? Okay. This goes down. This goes down. Now it's a lot like an otter. Oh, okay. And then we flip it over. Okay, no, this is fine. This makes sense. This is just kind of... Okay, so I think we do look like this. So now we're going to fold the tips here to an arbitrary point. Oh, okay. What this is a lot like now is the traditional canoe, insofar as we're making kind of this funky little diamond shape and the bits overlap, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So we just got to be full of joy here. Da-da-da, there we go. Okay, good. So now I like step 7 is just the result. So, okay, we flip this over. Then we have to bring the little legs out like this. Yeah, this is interesting. This is like a combination of a canoe and an otter. So I guess otter plus canoe equals skunk. That is logic that I can get behind. Okay, and then... Okay, I guess it looks like we fold it in half and then back. Oh, and then we have to... Okay, we have to bring these two together so it shortens the body and makes it kind of stocky. Okay. And then... Oh, then we have to tuck this... Tuck the extra legs that it grew at some point in the process into the back here so that no one will remember that it had extra legs at any point in its process here. Scandal, 6-legged skunk discovered. Scientists are mystified. Okay. There we go. Okay. We did that, and then we have to, it looks like kind of... Oh, okay, we gotta do the rabbit ear fold prep type thing on this end. Okay, and then we have to fold this whole thing. Oh, okay, because that... Okay, so then the rabbit ear occurs when we fold it in half. So then we get the little head just hanging out like this. Oh, okay, so I kind of bypassed step 12 because frankly this is a little bit more straightforward just to do it at the same time as what you're doing. But then what we have to do is we have to kind of open it back up, semi-flatten it out, and then angle it down so that our skunk has a little face. Yay, skunk has a little face. And then we're gonna fold the nose up a little bit, apparently. I'm gonna fold it in half just so it keeps its shape. So then you kind of have to open up the little nose so that it looks good. And then, oh, I see, I missed what we were doing with the tail. So then we have to fold it like this, and then apparently, I guess, like this. And so then this should kind of, the skunk tail will semi-pop up like this to make it look like a mildly... Now my skunk's mildly threatening, but that's okay. So there we go. We have a cute little skunk. That's pretty good. That is not bad. You'll still have... Is that a fox? What is that? Well, yeah, it could be basically any 4-legged creature with a tail and a head and no visible ears. So, yeah. But overall, that was actually pretty good. Good job, J. Cole. Sometimes you get something right. We like when that happens. Okay, what's next? Shark attack, do 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 do. Shark attack, do 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 do. Shark attack, do 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 do. Shark attack. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the helmet base, which, from what I can tell, is we are going to shawl base, which is just folded in half diagonally, and then just bring the tips up. This is also, I think, more like the base that you make when you're making a dove, a peace dove. That's basically what this is. Okay. Start with a helmet base. Fold edges to center and then open back up. I swear, if this takes scissors, I'm gonna lose my mind. It doesn't look like it does, so my sanity will be maintained. Okay, there we go. And apparently, wait, and fold it in half like that and then back, because that was necessary. Okay, and then... Why does this do... Oh, no, that's fine, okay. And so then we're gonna do the classic... Bring your little thing up at a random interval so that it looks kind of like this. And then the challenge is to get both sides to match, more or less. Okay. Pinch the front flap. Oh wait, prep folds. Okay, so prep fold. This is most of a... This is kind of pigeonish now, actually. Although I've done some other semi-traditional origami like this, actually. Okay. Oh God, this kind of stuff I don't enjoy. Yes, do these semi-arbitrary folds, but only fold this specific section to get what you need. And we're not, and you don't have that marked, so you're gonna have to just guess. Okay. It's not marked, so I'm just guessing. Okay. That was a guess, and let's see. That was another guess. Oh, that's a pretty good guess, actually. Good. So we have our guess diamond here. Oh, thank you. Okay, and then we have our folding the diamond in half and only creasing insofar as our little diamond lasts, like that. Which kind of worked. Okay, there we go. Pinch the front flap while bending it up at a... Okay. Okay, so what I adore about this is that... Okay. Okay. So we're pinching and we're kind of bringing up here. Mount and fold right angle while folding in sides. What? Oh, I think I'm pinching... Okay, I'm pinching it wrong. This is fine. That's easy to fix. Okay, so apparently I have to pinch like this instead. There is a wrong way to pinch, everybody. Now you know. Okay, but at least our arbitrary little lines are finally coming in handy. So now this actually looks like what we're supposed to be doing. And so then we're gonna, I guess, bring the whole thing... Oh, okay. Okay, this is good. This is good, this is good. Okay, so that basically this was just an odd and kind of not well explained process for creating this sort of rabbit ear fold type thing here. Okay, so then, because see, we just made our little shark fin, it looks like. So then we have to fold this whole thing down on itself. There we go. Okay. So then we have to kind of bend the fin at an approximate angle like so, and then... Okay, and then we have to fold this doohickey down. Like that. Okay, that's the same on this side, so that's good, nice and easy. Okay, and then we just have to make this look about the same. Okay, and then we have to... I think this is the outside reverse fold the tail to get it to flip out like that. I think so. Yeah, because if it's external, it's an outside reverse fold, I think. Internal is an inside reverse fold. Okay. Well, there we go. Grr, grr, grr. Shark attack, do 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 do. Shark attack, do 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 do. Shark attack, do 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 do. Shark attack. Okay, good. So shark attack can go hang out with its friends. Let's see what's next. Oh, frog base. Okay. I'm not even gonna follow the instructions. I'm just gonna do what it's asking me to. I have a feeling. So we're gonna end up making 2 different frog bases today, one of which is not actually gonna become anything right this minute, and then the other one will actually become a frog. I think they're about to claim that this frog will hop. So we're gonna see if by following this specific instruction, that's cute. If by following this specific instruction, it will actually hop. Oh, so also funny story. The frog that they're about to show, because they always show you have to blow it up by kind of blowing in its posterior area. The other origami calendar that I inherited from a friend, that was the fold that was on my birthday, which was really cute. We might make it to my birthday fold. That would be really fun, because I'd love to see. But yeah, that was so funny, because they're just like... They made some comment about it, like, you know, blow in this side, you know, and they said something like, don't make it weird or something, and I'm like, that's really funny. I might still have it just because I saved it for posterity's sake. But not for posterior's sake, haha. Okay. I taught a bunch of kids at the Suzuki Institute I attended a few weeks ago. And this was challenging, definitely at first, and then they kind of got the hang of it, and I only had to help them a little bit. Because the thing that I like about the part that comes after what I'm doing is that, oh man, oh gosh, so the frog, sorry, I'm mildly distracted by the fact that this frog base actually goes all the way basically to completed frog. So we have to, okay, so anyway, so the part I think that my students kind of liked and they needed help with once they got here is this, which is a lot like when you make a crane and you have to fold the edges to the center, and then fold the tip down on top of it like this. Oh, I'll bring it so you can see better. Then open it back up. And then take your top layer, bring it up as far as it'll go without ripping, and then gently flatten it out like this. And so then once you do this, you bring the tip back down. What's funny about this though is so this is kind of infuriating. So this is actually more like frog base. When you make the frog, you do not want the tip folded down as indicated in this instruction, because that little flap that you end up with is going to be what helps kind of hold the little frog's head in place on its body. If you were to leave the flap down as this instruction intends, you can create a lily instead, and the part that's pointed down would become, I'll just do it, why not? The part that points down will become the inner part of the flower. So the fact that, you know, this thing is telling you, oh yeah, this is the frog base, then when you make an actual frog, you're gonna have to bring the tips back up. It's just so silly, and it just wastes your time and gives you an extra step that you have to undo later. At least if you're gonna give prep folds, that makes a lot of sense. But in this case, this is just kind of, oh, I arbitrarily flipped this down because that's what the instructions say to do. So I think this is the first one in this batch of origami that we do that is traditional, by the way. Because there have been some traditional ones in here already. They've just, you know, been completed by me a while back. Okay. Okay, frog base. Done. Let's make the actual frog. Time to do it again. Woo! And again, frog base is just crane base with extra steps. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try something quickly. Just a second. Thank you for your patience. Alrighty, back to frog. The trick with making this as smooth and perfect as possible, which is, you know, very challenging for children, and they just have to practice it like any other skill, like playing violin or writing or whatever, is when you press this part down, to make absolutely certain that this part closest to the closed end, the top, as I like to think of it, is the part that gets flattened out the best, because that is what will help all of the other layers around it to stay nice. Okay, now that I got here, I'm gonna take another very brief pause. Hang on just a minute. Patience, we can continue on to our frog. So our base is almost complete. All your base are belong to us. There we go. And again, unlike what this says, which... Wait. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Oh! That's interesting. I just noticed this instruction is actually slightly different from the usual way that I make frogs. So I will attempt in this case to follow exactly what this version of the frog says, because that might actually be a little more interesting than the usual. So now I understand why they have you, but the way that should have been put is that that's a prep fold. The down and the up is a prep fold. It's not leave it down and then bring it back up again, which I mean, it kind of is, but that is a prep fold. And that was not clear. And that's not great, frankly. Because again, there's only so much that you can do on a 6x6 inch piece of paper and attempt to actually get ideas or messages across. Okay, so prep fold. Woo, last one. Just like in violin, there's a lot of repetition in origami, so you get very good at doing specific things. Assuming you're doing it right in the first place. Okay, prep fold. Hiya, okay. Good, so what this is saying now, which is different from the way I do it, is to actually fold this entire thing over, which I think is really fascinating, because I've never seen it done exactly like this. I only ever see, let's see, how do I usually... No, I usually see it done where you have to open this part and you only fold it to here instead of going this high. So then also that changes where your folds live. Repeat steps 1 and 2 on the remaining flaps, which is to say the other 3 all have to be done like this. Also gonna foolishly assume that this is to be done exactly the same on all of them. So we'll find out if following the directions gets us exactly where it needs to. So far it is, though. Okay. Crease, then inside reverse fold flaps. Crease. No crease, just inside reverse fold. And like I say, if it ends up internal, it's an inside reverse fold. This I can pretty much never get to look quite perfect, if assuming that the paper is not actually on my side here. Or I can get like one of the legs to look good. Okay, so we got arms on our froggy. And now we have to get legs on our frog. Now it looks like a gymnast. It's an Olympic gymnast frog. Yay. Which is also why I kind of modified the frog into looking like a person a while back. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch that. Okay, Olympic gymnast frog, step 6 here. They kind of skipped a few steps with, like, showing you how to do the foot or whatever, which is really funny. So it's a good thing I know how to do this. Also, why? So when I make my frogs look like the classic ones, which have kind of long back feet, you know, and then their little hands are kind of smaller. So my frog has big feet. It's a Bigfoot frog. Your frog can look more like that and have little feet if you wanted to. Does not matter. As long as whatever you're doing makes you happy, then everything is good. This one also kind of puts the elbows in an odd angle. But that's okay. This specific thing also, I guess, in order for it to inflate better, does not have you fold the face down. But, I mean, to me, that always makes this kind of look like an oddly elongated. Though I think I had some of the little kids tell me, oh, this doesn't look like a frog. And I'm like, yes, it does. You're a kid. Use your imagination. It's kind of your job as a kid. Okay. Okay, there we go. And it looks like, yeah, this is the top part. So now we have to blow it up. So let's see if this is actually, gonna work. It is not. Because this paper, this plasticky paper that they use is not good for inflating extremely small type things. Okay, so that's probably the best we're gonna get here. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, this frog does not appear to be able to hop. But I do want to give you look at this graphic they made for this frog. Look how silly that is. I love that. It's very funny. Okay. Good. Froggy can go hang out with everyone else. Let's see what's next. Trojan helmet. Oh, this looks kind of cute. Probably a little bit funky, but this looks pretty cute. Okay. So start with a square base, which is most of the way to a bird base, but fewer steps involved. Okay. Ba-ba-da, we have our square base. Okay, so now... Okay, tips to center. That's fun and exciting. Again, mildly imperfect. You just kind of have to trust that you know how to bring these things together here. Oh, this is starting to remind me a little bit of this, like, flower vase I've made before. Okay, and then this kind of comes down slightly past where it was originally. Okay, and then this whole... What? Oh, and then this whole thing somehow has to come up like... Yes! This whole thing has to come up like this. Again, very imprecise here. Okay, and so then this guy has to go... Okay, so we're gonna fold... I wish they would just say, yeah, flip it over and then fold the thing like this. I find this to be more efficient, but I guess I'm not J. Cole. Thanks, Jay. Okay. Good, we're still looking. Oh, and then we have to bring... We're gonna have to do some flap and pocket action here. Okay, and then we're gonna fold this entire flap up here. And then we're gonna do some flower vase action whereby we kind of have to sneakily fold this flap over to kind of hold itself together. This is fairly common in a bunch of origami that I've done before as well. Okay, so then this person is kind of doing this funky little squeeze sort of action here, down like this, and then this, I think, is gonna pop out a little bit, maybe. Oh wait, that's the wrong side. Sorry, that has to happen over here. Okay. Okay. Pull forehead area out while pinching the top. The real question is, am I gonna pinch this correctly? Okay, this is pinched. This is kind of opened up a little bit. So now, in some alternate version of Earth's history, this is a Trojan helmet. I will have to do my research and find out if that's, yay, got a frog. Good. I will have to do some kind of checking to find out if this is a fairly accurate representation, but that's kind of cute. It's a little goofy, but it's kind of cute. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the shark will wear the Trojan hat. Just trust me, it's still there. Okay. Start with a... Oh, yes, I love this one! I love this one. I'm gonna try and follow their instructions. But yeah, I love this. This is a traditional goldfish, you can see, because the name J. Cole is not next to it. I love this type of goldfish. It's very cute. It looks like a fish. It's not overly complicated. It's nice and dimensional. This one will inflate and should look really good when it does so. You know, all good things that you would want from your origami. There we go. I learned a hack at one point for how to, instead of kind of being a heathen and like awkward, that is the hack actually. Because I used to, when I was a kid and I learned how to make, these like in middle school, high school, I just took the flap and jammed it straight into the pocket and that made it not look super clean. But instead, if you fold it in on itself and then fold the entire mass into the pocket, it will look a lot cleaner on whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, now it's a lot less crunkly, and I like that a lot. There we go. Okay, and then we flip it over, and then we fold. I wish they would tell you to just fold this to the center line, because honestly, that's the best way to do this and have it look super clean. Now the real question is, did I fold it cleanly to the center line? Okay, yeah, then we take our one flap and we fold it out at a 90-degree angle like this. Fold it over like that. And then, unlike what it shows here, just for the sake of my sanity, I like to fold this part down here. So then we have our fish, and then all that's left to do is inflate it. And like I say, this should work. Oh yeah! We got our classic goldfish. Yes. Let's see if I can do a little better. Yeah, I guess that's the best this goldfish is going to do with this paper. Yay. Classic goldfish. We love classic goldfish. Classic goldfish can go over here. Alrighty. What now? Wing tray? Wing tray. Oh, tape is involved. That's cheating. Okay. Start with the shawl base. Again, it's only cheating if you are able-bodied enough to do something according to its instructions, you know, because the main point of origami is to be able to make something that doesn't need to be held together with glue or tape. And again, though, that's not always achievable, but if you're able to, then hooray. And if you're not able to, that's fine. Do what works best for your body. Just know every time I say, you know, we have to use tape, that's cheating. I'm talking in general cases. I'm not talking in every single case. Okay, and again, we have our arbitrary kind of fold semi at random here. Oh, nice. Yes, 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 okay. Gotta make our miniature square bases here. Let's see, is this the same on both sides? Yes, it is. Great. Yeah, wing tray, this is kind of just a funky little dove of some sort, actually. Okay. Yeah, I always forget that this is called a petal fold and not like a wing fold, because it's what's required to make a bird base. You know, why don't they just call it a wing fold if it's what you use to make the bird base? Because I think I can count how many times I personally have experienced a petal fold actually being used to make something floral. 0. The answer is 0 from my own experience. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, okay. So now it looks like we're gonna have to fold this whole thing over itself like this. This is going to be mildly wonky out of necessity, but that's okay. I hope. Same thing here. Ah, good. It unwonked itself. That's a win. That's weird that they show you like the after point after you do the oh, it's the inner. Oh my gosh, it's the inner flap. That's a little weird, but okay. Okay, so the inner flap gives us this point. And then we have to kind of open up this a little bit. And supposedly you have to tape it together. You do not need tape for this. Look, it holds itself open perfectly fine. That is silly. These instructions are a little silly. Okay, but we did it. It's a wing tray. Yay, you can put tiny amounts of hors d'oeuvres in here. Okay, wing tray can go here next to the skunk. What's next? Happy/Mad Dragon. Oh my. Okay. Submitted my Grace Brosnan, age 12. Oh, that's adorable. I wonder if she's related to Pearson anyway. Ooh, start with the blend space, but all the white part is on the outside. That's exciting. But you see what I mean when I say that this is the kind of origami that you see children doing? I recall when I was very young, like elementary school, I was in some kind of art class. I don't remember where exactly, but I was in some kind of art class and they were doing origami. And I remember I think I attempted the crane and was like no, I didn't attempt the crane. I tried the water bomb first thing, which was kind of a mistake because at the time I didn't actually know how to do origami. So I was able to go for a while, and then I was frustrated because I wasn't able to get to the inflation part. I got a little bit before that, and then I just couldn't figure it out because the written instructions were not clear. I don't think we were following like a person guiding us or anything. I think they just like had pieces of paper, and then some older, you know, like teenager or something would come and you know, like do it sort of with us. Ah, okay. And I remember, I think this teenager like ninja'd it complete, you know, and gave it to me. And that was my favorite toy for a little while, was just this inflatable little cube. And I'd inflate it and deflate it and inflate it and deflate it. And I just felt so powerful. And it was just so much fun. Oh, okay. More arbitrary folds at random angles that I hope you can figure out just by looking at this image. This isn't as bad as it could be, but this is still not the most optimal way to go about this. Yeah, at least there's a pseudo guide of sorts here, but I still don't 100% trust what I'm doing at the moment. Okay. How did a 12-year-old figure this out? There's some stuff I can get adults figuring out, but how do 12-year-olds figure this out? Open into this position. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, but what was the point of this then? What did that do? I guess that just kind of gave us a a metric of sorts, but why wouldn't you just do that on all the sides? I guess this is 12-year-old logic, or this is the logic of the origami calendar and its lack of space. Also, I feel like we should have done some more diagonal prep folds for this, because then we would be able to get this dragon extremely precise. But as it stands, it's going to be what it's going to be, and that is okay. Alrighty, let's see. There we go. Nice. Oh, my favorite. Okay. Okay, wait a minute here. So this fold is going to be a valley fold. And then the fold immediately beneath it is a mountain fold. Okay, same thing I guess for all of these. Valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold. Come on. Oh yeah, we can get this to line up. Mountain fold. And finally, valley fold, mountain fold. There we go. And then we fold it in half diagonally, like that. Apparently, this is our dragon. I like that she specifies you can make it happy or mad, I guess depending on your mood at the given moment. You just change the eyebrows on the doodles that you give this. Yeah. Again, kind of granny square-ish, but exactly what I would expect from a child. So good job, Grace. That was pretty cute. It looks, I think. Oh, okay. Nice. Good job. Simple Flower. Submitted by Bronwyn Kirk, age 10. Alrighty. Start with a cupboard base. Like I said, my favorite thing is when they arbitrarily give you written instructions and then kind of give up on the next step or whatever. So it looks like this is a flat flower with a stand. So it kind of looks like it would be an 8-bit Mario type thing here. Okay, we're doing all the folding in half of our cupboard base. Oh, good. This is not as bad as I expected it to be, because I think all of our prep folds are there and we just have to follow, which again makes sense because a 10-year-old submitted this. Yes, you do get to choose if it's happy or sad. If you're the one with the marker, you get to decide. Okay, so we open this back up here, and so then we fold up to this point. And we backside. I prefer valley folds to mountain folds if I can help it, so, you know, just flip the paper the other way, and that's what you'll get. Okay. Okay, so from here, we're gonna bring... Wait, what? Oh, maneuvers have to happen to make this work. Okay, we're about to find out how this... Okay, so basically it looks like you have to kind of fold the back part down and create a stand out of the back side, which I believe is why it shows that it's a mountain fold. There we go. And that is our simple 8-bit, kind of Mario-ish flower, and it has a stand so it can stand up and also kind of look like a mountain range. So good job, Bronwyn Kirk, age 10. That's pretty good. Okay. Mama and baby bird. Oh, this is so cute. I've done similar to this. Mountain fold, diamond base in half. Okay. I have to remember how to make this. That is the next game. I have to remember how to make this. I'm thinking of the fish base. Though I imagine there has to be some kind of diagonal fold in here, because this thing looks extremely diagonal. Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah, I don't know my bases. They explained the bases way back, but do I have access to that anymore? Of course not. So I will just wing it and attempt to come up with how I imagine a mountain base to be. Or, sorry, a diamond base. Because this is a fish base, which is extremely similar. I don't know if I've ever actually made the fish that this fish base will supposedly make. I've only ever made pigeons out of a fish base, which makes a lot of sense, you know. Okay. So that's the fish base, and that is not this, but I think this. This, I believe, is our diamond base, everybody. Look at that. There we go. Process of elimination. It's basically, this looks like kind of the frog base, right? So everything's the same. Okay, good. Now we can get to mountain folding this whole thing in half. Okay. Okay, and then I want to kind of do our prep fold here so that it angles up kind of off-ish like this. Okay, and then we want to bring this up. Like so. Okay, there we go. Then we give our baby a head, and we give our mama a head. And together, it's parent and child, and it sits. Yes, very nice. I guess this is traditional. Oh, it's Mother's Day. Everything makes sense now. So I guess this is traditional because there's nobody's name next to this. So, okay. This looks like you could interpret it multiple different ways, and I'm sure if I made it for somebody, they'd be like, tilt back hat. On the 15th of May in the jungle of New... I think after this one, the colors change. So this is awesome. Okay. Open a shawl base. So fold it in half diagonally and then just open it back up, basically. Silly instructions. Tricks are for kids. Okay. Fold semi-arbitrarily. Fold A, then B. Oh, okay. A is this. That was too much. Again, when it's arbitrary, I don't keep up very well. Okay, A. And then B. Okay. Okay, and it looks, oh my. Okay, looks like we gotta make this as skinny as possible, which again is one of my origami pet peeves. But here we go. Okay. Yeah, so apparently B is, yeah, okay. Well, time to get this to match on this side. It's not going to be a perfect match, and that's okay. I'll make this as nice and even as possible here. There we go. Wait. Oh no, really? Again, when you're going arbitrarily, it's really challenging to go exactly the way that this thing wants, because I'm trying to go off of what it appears to be asking me to do. So, but if you don't give me any prep folds, just to, oh yeah, just fold arbitrarily. It doesn't matter. Have at it. Great. This is gonna be so cool. Okay. But at least this kind of appears, so, but at least my mistake kind of gave me a prep fold, so, you know, hopefully that means we've just saved Christmas or whatever. Okay. There we go. Arbitrary fold is done. Yeehaw, now what? Okay. Oh, oh boy, I love arbitrary folds. Okay. At least this is not arbitrary. This actually tells you to do this. And then this. Look ahead at step 4. Okay, and oops, and then this. Fold bottom before unfolding as shown in step 5. Okay. Arbitrary fold incoming, everybody. So something like, yes. So we have to unfold all the way back to here. Oh, but what? But I guess this has to still be folded. Okay. Okay. No, there's only one. Okay, it has to be this one. Again, instructions very, very unclear. Okay. So now it looks like we have to fold this entire thing. Oh, up. Okay. Okay, so this entire thing along this little, these little previous lines that we've made here. Okay, this goes up like that, I guess. Somewhat. Okay. No. Okay. This, and then that, I think. Oh, but you have to, like, kind of somehow tuck this. Uh-huh. How did I know? Okay. Okay. What? That's not... What is that? What even is this? This looks more like the cone we were trying to make earlier that I couldn't figure out. Okay, good enough. And after... Oh, pig base? Pig base? What? This is... Pig base? This isn't... Oh... This is the otter base. Okay. But at least we'll be changing color. As much as I love the purple, purple's a nice color, we'll get to change colors next. Okay. Yeah, I never knew that this had a name, honestly. When I made the otter, it was just like, oh, just follow the directions. And then you'll get to the endpoint that you need. They never were like, oh, this is called a pig base. I'm honestly wondering if that is the... Also, if you do this with a few more... with some diagonal folds first, it's actually a bit easier to do the step that I'm currently doing. But this didn't tell us to do that, and we're following instructions, so... Instead, we will simply get what we get. Just to say exactly what we would expect. Okay, so then we fold all of our little flippity flaps back up. Without undoing them, of course. And then mount and fold it closed. Into a trapezoid with little doingies. Okay, nice. Time to get our first green piece of paper. What pattern's on the? It's plain. Okay, so now time to do all that again. Again, this is like folding with, you know, if you get a stack of printer paper, sometimes it comes with this kind of upper layer that's like a really plasticky sort of paper that's not, like, you almost wouldn't class it as paper, but it technically is. That's what this feels like. And one of the times I tried to make a crane out of that once in middle school, and everything worked up until the bitter end when I go to inflate it and the entire thing just rips cleanly in half from the center out. It was both depressing and extremely funny at the same time. And obviously with hindsight, it was just extremely funny. But it goes to show not all paper is suited to be folded. So in theory, you would think if you're going to make a calendar, 365 times you're going to you're gonna have to use it. Why would you not pick better paper for all of the people who purchased this? Oh boy. My phone is running low on battery, which is not something I expected, but I'm not horrifically surprised necessarily. So that just means I might have to run up and get a charger. Okay. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go like this. Come on, little guy. There we go. Okay, we're gonna fold its little legs down. Oh, please wait a sec. Hang on. I think, yeah, we have to do this the same way on both sides, otherwise our pig will be incredibly lopsided, and we don't want that. What in goodness gracious is this? It has a horn, like a rhinoceros. What? Also, I like you kind of don't have a choice about mountain versus valley folding because there's 3 layers of paper all happening at once here. Oh, pretty good, actually. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of gently cheat this a little bit more before I invert and stick the tail kind of out like that. Yeah, that's the best we're getting. Apparently this is a pig and not a rhinoceros. Great. Okay, now what? What's next in that? Oh my. Okay. Seed packet. Fold any size rectangle as shown. We have to make a rectangle. Okay, I guess we're gonna make a 1x2 rectangle. The image looks... the image is not quite a 1x2 rectangle. But this claims that any rectangle can do this. So I guess what that also means, we can't use the other rectangle for the next thing. So we're going to instead make 2 seed packets. And there that went, because I wasn't being as careful as I should have been. Okay, there we go. Okay, fold semi-arbitrarily upwards so that there's a little lip sticking out so that we can use that to our advantage. Fold said little lip. Result. Okay. Don't know what I expected. Actually, I know exactly what I expected, and it's exactly what I got. Okay. Fold, flap, fold again, flip over. Okay. Flip over. Okay. So then we're going to do this. Edge to edge. Okay, and then we have to... I don't know if it's asking to tuck this under. Unfold one end to fill packet with seeds. Okay, so we are kind of tucking this under. Like so. This does not seem like the... No offense, but this does not seem like the sturdiest seed packet. It's also... No one took credit for this one, which makes me a little suspicious. Oh, so in order for this to function as a seed packet, you have to unfold it to this point. Here. You have to somehow open it back up and sprinkle your seeds out. Aha. There we go. Seed packet activated. Okay, you should just leave it like this and then only fold it when you need to actually fold it. Great. Let's do it again. Okay, fold it up arbitrarily as shown. Fold little flap over it. Result. Do it again. Wow. Flip over. Edge to edge. Wonder, I bet you could do this with a $1 bill and have an expensive seed packet. There we go. And yeah, I'm gonna just partially fold that so that it can be opened back up and opened to actually be a seed packet. Yay, we did it. Okay, now what? Hybrid tulip part 1 base. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so we're gonna make the base of this. It's modular origami at its least fine. Now the bummer is now you're making a flower that's green, which is not exactly what you want. That's called virescence, by the way. It's usually a signal that a plant is sick. Fun fact for the day for you. Okay. Oh dear, the seed packets are attacking. Stay there, thank you. Oh, so see, the base of the tulip reminds me actually of making a traditional tulip, comically, which is not one that I make very often, mostly because it's slightly arbitrary and you have to be very careful about its holding itself together. Okay. This, and then like this. What? Does this? Oh, this has to, oh my, okay. This has to go up and around the back side of the thing, which it can't do very well. I think you're gonna have to, you do have to cheat this to get this to work. Interesting. Okay, so you kind of have to, that was a lot, we cheated. And then we have to fold this whole thing over itself like that. And then do all the same stuff. There we go. So yeah, so the line they give for this to work is slightly above where this line naturally occurs. So that's why you have to cheat it a little bit. Repeat on back. That's funny. And what it, of course, does not tell you is you kind of just have to keep rotating this around to get this to be where you want it to be. Also, in spite of the fact that I changed nothing, this thing does not line all of its little spikes up properly. Ah, I figured it out. Now we are cooking. Okay, I'm going to swap some of this around for the sake of this thing sort of holding itself together. Actually, what do I want? This should be okay. There we go. There we go. And now that we figured out how to do this, there we go. Okay. Good. So we end up with it looking like this, and I guess do this so it'll kind of hold itself. Now we have to inflate it, and the game will be, will it hold its shape when I inflate it? Will the paper cooperate with me? Let's find out. Oh, yes! Oh, that's cool! Look at that! That's actually pretty neat. I like that. Looks kind of like a space station, actually. Good. So that's the base. So we're going to leave the base because we're going to use that. Now we're going to do the bloom. Okay, square base white side out results in tulip A, color side out results in tulip B. So I think because we want, yes, because we want this to be not green, so it doesn't look like a virescent flower, we're going to do it like this. It's instead going to be an interestingly patterned thing here. There we go. Square base. Wide side up. What? Oh my. Okay. Arbitrary partial folding is about to occur here. So we're going to semi... Okay, so the point that we want to go up is here. Which means that this has to be assisted because otherwise it will just shred terribly, and it's already ripping. That's the other issue, obviously, with arbitrary folds is that the paper gets confused and it starts to rip because it doesn't know where to, it doesn't have any point of reference for where to go. Something kind of relatable to that, I don't know. Sometimes I rip a little if I don't know where I'm going. Okay. Awesome. Repeat on the other three. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, this is just going to be the most shreddingest little... Yeah, because kind of, yeah, forceful inversion is what's causing these tears. If this is on any other kind of paper, this would, I think, be okay. But as it is, we're just going to have to do our best. So this is going to be a little lumpy, and that's fine. Watch Chartymancer at her least, you know, apt. Repeat on other three flaps. Oh, okay. They're just not all going to be... Wait a minute. No, this is good. This is fine. This is correct. Okay, so this is all partially then kind of there, so you just have to help it. Oh, that's much easier at least. There we go. Okay, nice. And so then we have to do this, apparently. Wait. Oh, okay, fold it up to arbitrary location. Okay. Arbitrary location it is. Good. Same thing on this side. Okay. Okay, and I assume I'm doing, yeah, I have to do it on this side too. Try to match these so it looks nice-ish. Okay. Oh, it's a water bomb, but slightly imperfect, so the bits stick out. Now everything is beginning to make sense. And this, you can't... This I'm just going to have to jam in because it's just so imperfect that anything else that'll make it lumpy is not going to ruin it, so... We're just doing the jam method here. There we go. Okay, same thing on this side. Is it the strawberry jam method or the peach jam method? I wonder what kind of jam we're using in this method. Okay. I guess maybe this one will be strawberry. There we go. This one will be blueberry, like in Suzuki rhythms. Okay. Okay, so then before we try and inflate this, we're gonna bring this down. hold your shape. I command thee. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And now for the moment of truth. Will it inflate? And will it look like a cute little hybrid tulip as the name implies? Ah! Yeah, it does. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Nice, nice. So now we just gotta install this on its partner, and there we go. There's our complete hybrid tulip there. Held on with help because, okay. There we go, nice. Okay, bird family, wow. This is like the mama bird and the baby bird, but now it's lots and lots of birds. I bet these two would go together fairly decently, and you could kind of make some kind of wave-like aesthetic out of it. This week, visit the pet shop. Do all of these have a... Oh my. Do all of these have a pattern to them that I'm just not paying attention to? Also, adopt, don't shop, everybody. Okay, so, but we're starting with our bird base here, as per instructions. And there went the tulip. Who's surprised? Not me. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here where there isn't any origami yet. It's off. It's off screen. It just fell on the floor, but trust me, it's there. Maybe in a little while I'll retrieve it, even. Okay, bird base. Okay, so we're gonna fold, I guess, the entire bird base in half here. And then we're going to take each of these little internal sections in turn and bring them out. Let's see. How far? Not very. Okay, that's one. Wait a minute, that's not the right... Man, that's not the right one, I don't think. No, that was not the right one. This is the right one, because this one's the one that's dead center. Because I think that's the one we want, is the one that's dead center. Is that the one we want that's dead center? I don't know now. Now I'm kind of confused. Well, regardless. Okay, then one of these is just going to kind of pop out at a slightly different angle. And the last one will go, I guess, somewhere in between. Okay, I did mine kind of in reverse here, but... Wait, no I didn't. You have to outside reverse fold all the birds. Okay. Oh boy, we're at 10% battery. Might have to ninja briefly so that, or I'll stop this in a little bit. Maybe if we get to 5% battery, I'll stop. Okay, and last one. There we go. Okay, and then this one kind of has to stick over its compatriot. I'm not going to do the multi-step process. Oh, and okay. Okay, and then this has to fold. Why is this the last part of the process? That's what I want to know, is why this is the final part of the process. But there we go. Okay, there we go, bird family. Look at all those birds. Yeah, and this is a little too fiddly for me to do all those bits, especially because that guy's a little smaller than it should have been. But yeah, there we go, bird family. Hooray! It goes well with the other one, the mama and baby bird. Okay. Eager to Please, submitted by Davis Fisher, whose age is not mentioned in here. Start with a kite base already. I'm glad at least when I tell people, oh, this step kind of looks like a kite, that the rest of the origami community seem to agree with me. Okay. Oh, okay. So this has to go up like this. Then this has to fold down but only crease part way. Yay, partial crease. Okay. So then gotta open this up. Oh. No. What? It's supposed, this doesn't work. If you fold this out, this does not create a perfect square. I followed the directions. Oh, I did not entirely follow it. Okay. No, we got it. Okay, so actually, in order for this to work, this has to go here, which is what the point of that prep fold was. Okay. So now, this should come down at a perfect 90-degree angle, and it does. Good. Finally, okay. Okay, so now we have to, do we even have, no, we don't. Great, okay, so we have the half fold, but then, oh, I see. No, this is okay. We just have to do this. I didn't think that we had a point of reference for this, but we do, so that's good. Remember what? There we go. Like, they got arty with this. They got this, like, watercolor thing happening here. Okay. And then this has to fold down. Like that. Okay, and then I guess I have to flip the whole thing over. After all that, and then I have to fold this down. I have to fold this down here. And then I have to fold these up to kind of round the shape. Wow, look at all that ink that's coming off. Also tells you how quality this paper is. Okay, so then we're going to bring this up. I see. Like this. Or, yeah, like this. Okay, and we're going to flip this over. Aha! Ha 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 ha. Yes. Woo, we got it. Good. Okay, this. Like so. Okay, and supposedly this is a dog as viewed from the side. With kind of an interesting facial expression that I really hope you can't see because it's kind of goofy. Okay. Nice. Cat. Okay. Oh, pig base. Okay. I think... So yeah, I think this cat will be the last one we do for today. Yeah. Then we can perhaps pick this up at another time. There we go. Okay, pig base, or as I'd honestly prefer to call it, otter base. Because the otter is much cuter, if I do say so myself. I'm so full of colors. This is... Wow. Unbelievable. Okay. Okay. Wow, this surprisingly does not use all the little flaps you create from your pig/otter base. It's kind of an interesting choice, to be sure. Okay, and we're gonna valley fold it in half. Okay, the whole thing comes up at an arbitrary angle like this. Okay, and then this flattens out to make our little cat face. Okay, and then I'm doing this in a slightly interesting order here, but we have to fold all these little flaps back to make the cat as a whole look kind of sunken inward here. Is this traditional, or did somebody just not want to take credit for the cat? Okay, okay, and then somehow this entire thing has to come down like this, I think. Wow. Okay. And there you have it. There is our cat. Okay, so look at all this stuff that we made that many of which I have never made before. Here's our 2-part tulip. There we go. So there you go. For those of you who just kind of popped in, said hi, it was nice to see you. For any period of time you got to be here with me while we went on this odyssey of various calendar shenanigans. And again, thank you all so much for last I checked, I was at 207 subscribers, which is really cool. I appreciate every single one of you. If you, again, aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you'll know when I come out with more origami instructions or other similar shenanigans like you got to see today. And as always, thank you so much for joining me.